My stomach is so loud. I need to make sure that my noise canceling is on so you can't hear it. I just got dressed because I'm getting ready to go to the movies today by myself. If you guys saw my last video where I went bowling by myself and I actually ended up enjoying myself a lot, I've been on a kick ever since then and I feel really motivated to just go out and do things alone. I thought going to the movies would be a great idea because there's a couple of new things out. Nothing great, if I'm being honest, but I've never been to the movies by myself. It's mainly because movies put me in some kind of fight or flight mode. Yeah, I feel more comfortable when I go with somebody else. So whenever I go to the movies or whenever I'm even just watching a TV show, I need other people in order to like fuel the reactions that I'm giving and like to talk about certain things. Even though I know some people hate it, it's like a really bad habit of mine. I'm deciding between two different movies to go see. They're on vastly different planes in terms of their genre. One of them is Snow White, the other one is Novocaine. Novocaine seems compelling because it just looks really funny. It also has a lot of blood in it, and I hate like gory things. So I might just stick with the safe option and choose Snow White. We'll see. I have a lot of time to decide because both of their show times are at like basically the exact same time. So when I get there, I'll decide which movie I'm gonna go see. I literally cannot watch a movie without Twizzlers, and I don't see them. The angle is awful, but it was the only way that my camera would sit up. I had to go to 2 different places just so I can find my Twizzlers. These are the one thing that I always eat every single time I go to the movies, so I couldn't not get them. And I didn't want to buy them at the movie theater because they're gonna be like 10 bucks. So I genuinely think that I would like feel sick if I was to watch Novocaine because I cannot do all the blood. And if I'm gonna be eating and like drinking my slushie, I don't think I can do that. I feel like I already in the back of my head knew that I was gonna pick Snow White, but usually when I go to the movies, I wear like my sweatshirt and my sweatpants with like a bunch of pockets in it so I can stuff all my food in there. This time I bought a bag. It's okay. I'm here like super early. I think it's like 3:45. It doesn't start until 4. But I wanted to find my seat because my favorite part about the movies
Hello,
are
movie
the
fans,
trailers.
and thank you for.
Okay. Gal Gadot, how do you say her name? Gal Gadot cannot act. She cannot act. Who gave her this role? Who watched her audition? Let her get through all of the auditions and then was like, yeah, she's the one. She's the evil queen. She was literally going through like 3 different accents throughout the entire movie. And everything that she said carried 0 weight. Was I scared? No. She was the evil queen. Did I feel even a little bit, a tinge of fear? No. Obviously, to be fair, I'm definitely not the age demographic for this movie. I was sitting next to a group of like 5 toddlers. So, I know that. I know. But, still, wow. I really do think Rachel saved that movie though, because without her, like the acting, oh my gosh, the dwarfs, bro, Those scared the crap out of me. They were strictly CGI. But that same feeling that I got whenever I saw the movie Cats, I didn't watch it, but the clips from that movie is the same feeling when I saw those dwarfs come up on the screen. Let me go through my notes. I made a list while I was watching the movie. First redeemable thing of the movie, that hot soldier in the intro, when he puts on his cap, I was like, okay, who is that? He didn't have like any storyline whatsoever. Come to find out though, in the end, his name is Paul. Whoever casted Paul, they did a good job. Pacing. The pacing was non-existent. I know we all already know the storyline of Snow White because it's a classic fairy tale, but like, throw in some fluff or something. Like, I know you didn't really need to, I guess, truly introduce the characters, but the prince was there after 2 minutes. They showed Snow White, her sweeping or whatever in the dungeon, and then 30 seconds later, she meets the prince. What was his name? Jonathan. Was that his name in the actual one? Okay, I thought I was going crazy. Okay, because the storyline is different, because instead of him being a prince, he was a bandit. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, Snow White was never my favorite. I don't really care for her as a princess. Tiana, Rapunzel, and Ariel. Those are my girls. Everyone else was like, eh. Snow White, the most, eh. I think it was also because of how old she is. The first princess movie to come out, it was just past my time. Okay, back to my list. The scary dwarfs made me nauseous. They literally made me nauseous. Dopey. The first thing that I saw when Dopey came on the screen, I'm gonna put it right here. I don't know, I've seen this face everywhere. Turns out he is the fictitious mascot and cover of the American humor magazine, Mad. So yeah, that's exactly who Dopey looked like, to the T. The big ears, the hair, the freckles, everything. We're gonna go right here, because I don't want her to listen to my rant. What else? Did Rachel have 2 different wigs on? She literally looked like she was wearing 2 different wigs. Sometimes it was nice and it was voluminous. Other times it was looking a bit sparse. Just a little bit like too thin. And like, that's nothing against Rachel. She is gorgeous. But the hair, I didn't like the hair at times. But then other times when she was wearing her full getup, you know, the blue and the red and the yellow dress, her hair looked good. It looked like it also fell a little bit lower than earlier in the movie, which was like 2 hours ago. So, I don't know. Okay, also, back to the pacing. Because everything moved so fast, I didn't feel a connection to the characters. I am one who always cries during sad movies. When they were all crowded around Snow White because she ate the apple, the dwarfs were all like crying, and I wasn't. Just the way that we were introduced to the characters, the way that the storyline kind of fell flat, maybe, I didn't feel a thing. I really didn't. You know what I did though? When that freaking Dopey, when he finally talked, bro, it was literally just me, those toddlers and their parents. I was dying. Because why did they make him sound like that? He said, oh, I can't do accents. Oh my god, I want to say what he said so badly, but like his voice didn't match up with his character, and it was just so goofy. It was so funny. But I will say, I did like how he was the one that was narrating the story, because in the beginning, I was like, who are these people that are talking? But the guy, it was Dopey. So I thought that was cute. I like that a lot. And I also don't want this to seem like strict critiquing of the movie, because for what it was, If I was like 10, I would have loved it. But because I'm not, and I shouldn't have been watching this movie in the first place, probably, I do have some complaints. I'm sorry. Back to the pacing. I couldn't tell if it was mainly because of the fact that we already know the storyline, or the fact that they're playing into the princess and prince love story trope of, oh, we've known each other for a day, let's go get married. But like, he literally knew her for like 5 minutes and they were already talking about these feelings and they were singing to each other and they were almost kissing. And then there was a true love's kiss. That movie was an hour and a half long. There was not enough time for all that. So like, it made sense in the fact that they're playing into the cliche. But I didn't know if that's what they were doing or if it was just bad directing. I've seen so many first dates today. Oh my god, what is... Okay, anyways. So yeah, I didn't know if they were purposefully playing into that or if it was just poor directing. I don't know. And at the end of the day, what I think doesn't really matter. That was meant for like a 5-year-old brain, I think. Nothing to be criticized too harshly. I think you go in there, you see it, you enjoy it, and then you leave. I don't think that it's something you're supposed to just dissect, you know? But for what it was cute. I think Rachel saved it because Gal cannot act at all. And I like the male lead. He was fine. I like the whole Princess Problem song. Even though there's a lot of controversy surrounding this movie, I still do think it's important to, if you're going to be making claims on something, to actually watch or read or research whatever it is you want to be talking about. So now when you're seeing box office or you're just seeing all these critics and everything, like, you could have your own opinion. Despite all the critiquing, I don't think it was an awful movie. Could it be better? Yes. Was it made for me anyways? No. So it doesn't really matter. Is it great for kids? Yes. Kids next to me loved it. So besides the plot of the movie though, I did have fun coming here by myself and watching the movie. I do think I want to make this a series in terms of doing things alone. If you guys want to see more videos like that, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys have seen the Snow White movie though, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon.